Hello, chismosas y chismosos, and welcome back to Bay Area Housewife of True Crime, where I like to tell the stories of the real cucuys and lloronas of the world. We are at part 5 of the Alice Sin case. As a reminder, topics may be triggering. Viewer and listener discretion is very strongly advised. When Alice's dad, Mr. Wah Sin, testified at trial, he described that just moments after his daughter Alice moved into her boyfriend's house in Pinole with their baby, he would often visit them to help with things around the house. One visit in particular was very alarming to him. Mr. Sin said he saw them arguing, an argument in the fall of 1999 that led them to put their hands on each other's throat. Quote, "I was holding the baby. I said, stop, I'll call the police. They stopped," end quote. Mr. Sin gave a little family history about how he and his wife immigrated to the U.S. in 1982. When Alice was 4 years old, Alice went on to attend UC Davis, where she met Raymond, and dropped out when she became pregnant with their first child together. Quote, "She moved to Oakland. Raymond Wong isn't sure it's his baby. She gave birth. Then Raymond Wong took her to his house," end quote. After Mr. Sin witnessed that violent, heated argument in the fall of 1999, he found Alice had walked away to cool off. He found her at a gas station nearby. Quote, "Alice told me she wanted to leave Raymond Wong. She said, I can't stand him," end quote. Mr. Sin ended his testimony giving his account of the last time he saw his daughter alive. On November 20th of 1999, he and his wife babysat little Raymond Jr. Alice told her parents she was going to participate in a study group at the DVC, Diablo Valley Community College, where she was taking classes at. Mr. Sin also explained that Alice then drove to Pinole that night because she was under the impression Raymond had picked up the baby from his parents' house. She was confused about this whole ordeal, so she drove back to Oakland, where Mr. and Mrs. Sin lived, and stayed there until around 1 a.m. That was the last time he ever saw his daughter Alice alive. Prosecutor Mary Knox revealed that upon investigation, no study group session was actually ever scheduled. The prosecutor also revealed that Alice's boyfriend and the father of her unborn child, Raymond Wong, had another girlfriend named Jessica Tang. This was a tragic tale of a love triangle gone wrong. Jessica, who was also pregnant with Raymond's baby, together Raymond and her conspired to kill Alice. When Tony Serra called Raymond to the stand unexpectedly, he cried, swearing to the jury that he had not killed Alice. The prosecutor told the jury that Raymond manipulated Jessica and Alice against each other. Emails recovered from Raymond's computer exposed the inevitable hostility between the trio. In September of 1999, Jessica gave birth to Raymond's baby. Jessica and Alice had even filed police reports against each other. The emails unmasked Raymond promising Jessica that they would eventually be together. He just needed time to, quote, "correct my mistakes," end quote. Another email read, "I hate this expletive. She makes me sick. Stick to the plan," end quote. Not only did Jessica's cell phone ping off reception towers nearby where Alice's corpse was found, witnesses reported seeing Raymond and Alice in an area in a blue Toyota. The witnesses reported seeing them arguing in a truck stop in Nevada. Police were unable to find the weapon Raymond and Jessica used to kill Alice. However, ballistic testing indicated it may have been a TZ-75, which is a 9mm pistol. Interestingly, Mr. Wasson discovered that he was missing his TZ-75 after his only daughter went missing. A State Farm insurance representative also testified at trial. The man told the jury that Allison had filled out the paperwork necessary to apply for a multi-million-dollar life insurance policy shortly prior to going missing, listing Raymond as the sole beneficiary, and due to lack of documentation, it was formally denied. When police searched the home, they found the letter from State Farm. It was unopened. Therefore, it is believed that Alice, Raymond, and Jessica most likely did not know that it had been denied prior to murdering Alice. Calgary Police Staff Sergeant testified that he was contacted by Safeway's head of security, where Raymond was employed at the time of Alice's vanishing and ultimate murder. The head of security told him that Raymond had been acting strangely. The judge had to call to order in the courtroom when 3 people entered the room wearing Free Raymond Wong t-shirts. Jessica went on to have a second child with Raymond, something Alice never got to do. Jessica was now in her 40s, something Alice never got to do. Raymond's lawyer, Tony Serra, in an April 2015 article by the Alameda Times-Star, is quoted saying, "There is no case but for Jessica Tang. She's the whole reason we're in court. She has contradicted herself time after time. She concedes her fingerprints are on the gun, but says, yes, but Wong forced me to put the final bullet in Sin's head. She's dead already. I didn't kill her. I usually don't get this judgmental, but she's a expletive liar. Her word is not going to be meritorious." Took me a second there. End quote. And Raymond actually took the stand and testified on his own behalf at trial, whereby he dramatically, passionately, and fiercely denied that he killed Alice. He, as I previously mentioned, he was represented by Tony Serra, who also defended one of Gwen Araujo's killers, a case I previously covered if you want to check that out, another Bay Area case, tragic story. Serra argued that Jessica Tang was a liar and the whole case was because of her, not because of Raymond. And of course, the senior deputy district attorney, Mary Knox, argued that all of the evidence showed that that lie detector was determined that was a lie. Knox explained to the jury that Raymond and his other girlfriend, Jessica Tang, both conspired to murder Alice because she was in their way. Alice told her family and friends that Raymond did not want to have another baby. And during the nearly 2 hours of cross-examination, the prosecution made their way into showing the world what a serial liar that this man was. Most of the answers to the prosecutor's questions were, quote, "I don't remember." At one point, prosecutor Mary Knox said, quote, "Mr. Wong, did you suffer a head injury over the weekend that impaired your ability to remember?" End quote. To which he replied, "Not that I know of."